Are you watching on YouTube? Well, then hit that like button, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss another episode, because we're cracking backs and dropping facts. Don't miss what's coming next. All right. Well, I can't wait for this show. It's one of my favorite human beings. But you know what? Most people fear one life-changing setback. Blanchard has survived two. Today, we're not talking about recovery. We're going to be talking about life after paralysis, what it looks like when the crowds fade, the rehab ends, and real living actually begins. From adaptive golf to redefining resilience, Matt is rewriting what strength really means. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. Wow, what an intro. I appreciate that. Wow. Wow. I'd stand up and give you a standing ovation for that. You know what I mean?
Well, when I got a motivational speaker on our guests, I got to motivate and come right out of the blocks hitting. So,
you're going to be my new intro guy. As I coming out to the music, you just got them going, man. You got them going.
And I swear to God, if you stand up, I will just fall over. So it's all good. Hey, let's get going. You rebuilt your life twice after paralysis. And for those who want to hear that story, he's been on before. We love to have you listen to the past show. But what part of the identity had to die each time? And what was reborn that surprised even you?
Oh, the ego, man. The ego death. Oh, my gosh. That's probably the biggest thing. And I'm still battling the ego. The ego for me, a lot of things, especially when I first got hurt, were negative. Like, hey, you're in a wheelchair now. Hey, you're supposed to conform to this life that society has built for you. Like front row chill parking and not waiting in line at Disneyland and those kind of things. But especially for new people who are newly injured, you get on this. It's offered to you the disability from the government, and it's not enough to live, but it's just enough to keep you in that rat hole, in that race. So overcoming that, what am I going to do with my life? Lost my company, my electrical company, filed bankruptcy, decided I'm going to go back to school and become a doctor, a physician, get accepted to med school. After what it took me 6 years to get my undergrad done. And I'm sure there are other people listening right now that took 6 years as well. And I'm just that guy, I'm relentless. If I fail, I see failure as opportunity. And the truth of it is this. So you're an able-bodied individual, and I'm an athlete, and I'm running marathons. Truly, I'm doing anything that an athlete would do. Then I get in a car accident, and instantly, I'm not slowly, but instantly, I am stripped from that community. Like, I still have my friends, and we can hang out and do our thing. But like when they go golfing, especially when I was newly injured, like nothing, I didn't fit with them anymore. And so you get cut out of your truck and airlifted to the ICU where you get new doctors. You got this new community of people, like-minded individuals, and their goal is to get you independent and get you out of the rehab, not knowing that that's what's happening to me. So I'm learning how to roll over and sit up and get dressed and go to the bathroom different with this new community of doctors, therapists, everybody. Everything's at my height. Then the day comes where you're independent from a wheelchair and you are stripped, like you're discharged. You're stripped from that community again. For the second time, for me, it was within 4 months. So I'm stripped from one community, boom, I'm put into another. And then I get independent in a chair. I'm stripped from that community and I'm sent home to deal with paralysis with my wife and my kids and to try to navigate this new life of paralysis alone. And I'm a badass, you guys, straight up. And I came home and I didn't want to do it. And I got my shower and I had my gun. And the only thing that stopped me was my youngest son would have come home from elementary school, and he would have been the one that found me. And can you imagine a 6-year-old, 7-year-old coming home and finding that? Because mama's at work now. Mama never had to work before, but now I'm hurt. My wife came, anyway. So I've started Southern Utah Adaptive Sports. It's a nonprofit organization that as soon as you're discharged from the hospital, you've got this new community of like-minded individuals. And I do not care what your deficit is, like whether it's a spinal cord injury like me, amputation, traumatic brain injury, anything. Like even if you were born and you're on the spectrum, we have all these different sporting events that our nonprofit provides. But not only are you just plugged into this community, like the people who've suffered the deficit, like all the loved ones, they have now a community of other loved ones. Like it changes lives. It saves lives is what it does. It saves lives. Because you're sent home, man. And you guys know you deal with the patients all day, every day. And you're trying to navigate this life alone. And how do you go and speak to a therapist who's an able body? Like, how do you do that? Like, how can they understand how foreign a body feels, how lifeless, we did this on the first episode, but anybody who's listening, just make a fist and leave your ring finger out and put your hand anywhere and try to lift your ring finger up. That is literally what it feels like to be paralyzed. Literally. I am trying right now to crunch my toes, it feels like that. So with the understanding that I have that I'm on this planet for whatever you believe in, God, energy, the universe, to save lives, for Southern Utah Adaptive Sports, where we help people all over the nation, all over the world, hopefully one day, come into St. George and if you want to play basketball, pickleball, if you want to ice skate, we'll provide that. So I'm building an 18-acre ranch down here in Southern Utah with the help of so many people, like the state of Utah, St. George, Intermountain Healthcare, National Ability Center, Wasatch Adaptive Sports. I mean, I could go on and on and on, because this is a very noble thing that needs to happen. Like, there's such a need for it. 10% of St. George's community, just St. George, 10% is disabled. So we've got 180,000 people. So 18,000 people are disabled in St. George, and there is nothing created down here. Zero. So, and we're in our infancy. I mean, so I got hurt for the second time in 2021. And that's where God, universe, energy made it very clear of what my purpose on this planet is. And that's to inspire and to motivate and create a safe place for any individual who's suffered a deficit of any kind. And not only that, loved ones. So that, I came home and tried to destroy my marriage because I didn't want my wife married to a cripple. I'm 6'2", 215. Oh man, right? And when that was stripped, that is freaking stripped from you in an instant, like that fast. Everything below the waist is gone. You can't sit up. You can't roll over. Your abdominal muscles are gone. Everything's gone. And that's a scary, wonderful place to be, because you get to put yourself back together the way you want to be put back together, instead of the way mom and dad wanted it, or a religion wanted it, or whatever. You get to take all the pieces that you like and discard the other pieces. And that's what I did. I built what you're looking at right now. And I am powerful. I've been given gifts from God. So, yeah.
Matt, I know you always probably get asked how you got up back from this emotionally, and you're getting emotional just even talking about it. But I want to know this: what is the smallest, most overlooked daily habit that keeps you actually grounded and mentally strong still to this day?
My affirmations every day. I have a worthy goal, and I have affirmations that I do every day, every morning. First thing I do when I wake up, my worthy goal and my affirmations. At night, I'll shut off the TV, and the last thing that goes through my head is my affirmations and my worthy goal. And then my subconscious goes to work on that all night long. So 95% of our day is controlled by our subconscious. There's only 5% of our day that we are actually making decisions. Like think about jumping in the shower. I wash this armpit first and then this one every single time. I brush my teeth with my right hand and I start in the front. I mean, all subconscious stuff. Very few decisions are conscious decisions that we make. So I go to work on my subconscious and I tell myself things that I'm working on, but I talk about them as if I've already accomplished them. So for example, I am the best father on the planet. I am the best husband on the planet. I am powerful beyond measure. I am unstoppable. I am relentless. I am life. I am love. I am a light in a dark place. And I tell myself this stuff all day. And because I'm throwing positivity out into the universe, I am bombarded with positivity every day. I mean, look at this, what's happening today. I'm on a podcast with two of my boys. And I mean, I can't lose. Like, how can I lose? I can't lose. So I tell myself this all day, every day. And here's another thing too. We talked about this on the last podcast is right now, everybody listening is batting 1,000. Good job. For real. Good job. All the bullshit that you've had to deal with in the past, today, you've taken care of it. So the bullshit that you're worried about right now, your future self already taken care of it. So if you trust yourself, the bullshit that you're going through right now, whatever that is, because we all have have our wheelchairs, you've already taken care of it. And I take joy, and it brings me peace, and it keeps me present, knowing I'm a badass. I do hard things, and my future self has already taken care of what I'm worried about today. So let's start thinking positive. Let's do our affirmations. And if you tell yourself something enough, you believe it.
Boy, did I lose touch with those affirmations, and you just resurrected some of the most powerful stuff. I am that, and that is a great way to be. Let me ask you, it may be personal, but hey, we'll share. How much of that experience in your day is fake it till you make it, where you can shift that consciousness? In other words, how often are you down and then you have to snap to a higher level?
Okay, so this I'm very rarely down. Very rarely. Like let me think of the last time I was down. It would probably be 2021, where I spent the whole year in the hospital after that second accident. That was rough. That one was rough. But even in the hospital, every night, you guys, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm whole. I tell my body, and I am. I'm not, when you say fake it till you make it, yes, until you realize. So me saying I'm healthy, I'm whole. Well, I can't stand up and I can't walk out and do things, but I'm more whole today than I have ever been in my entire life. So
what does that definition of whole to you mean? What is that?
I am a better husband. I am an amazing father. So when I say I need to work on being a better husband. My wife has gone through everything I've gone through and more. I mean, she kept the family together. She paid the bills while I was focused. So when I say I am the best husband on the planet, I mean, especially with you two, you could call me out on my bullshit and say, come on now. And that would sting, right? Because it's true. So when people, like if I were to say something to you two and you were to take offense, that's not an ish me. That's an ish you. So that's something y'all got to work on. You know what I'm saying?
That. Yeah, I like that.
So if like right now, if I were to tell you, hey Spence, look how your hand, look how green your hand is. You know, it's forest green. You're gonna be like, what drugs are Matt on? It doesn't. But if I knew you, on a more personal level, and I said, hey Spence, I saw you with your wife the other night, and you were in Walmart, and I didn't like the way you talked to her. I didn't like, and we're close enough that I can say this to you, right?
Sure.
And I didn't like this, that, and the other, and you take offense to that. Well, that's an issue. Not ish me. So
that is I've never heard that. That's a great saying. I really like that a lot, man. Thanks. So Matt, and I appreciate you sharing, raw personal stuff, like that, because that's stuff that you are okay with talking about where most people don't. So we look at winning teams, and especially in Florida, we have so many professional teams, and when they're winning, there's the bandwagoners. They get all up on, whoever's winning, but when somebody's losing, they're the first to say shit to them. Oh, I don't want to associate with that. They don't even bother. So when someone becomes paralyzed, the bandwagoners, well, I can't say everybody, right? They support, they flood all that condolence in at first and help and all that. What happens after that momentum dies and nobody's watching? What do you feel?
Well, yeah, that's when you got the gut check, man, for real. Yeah. Like I was lucky enough that I figured out very, very quickly why I'm here, what I'm supposed to be doing, what my purpose is. And I think a lot of people struggle with purpose. Like, what's their purpose? And they're lost because they don't know their purpose. And my purpose, very plainly, is to inspire and to motivate. And I do that by just telling my story. This is something. I have a community around me. I have my friends. I have people that I still talk to from elementary school that they show up without me calling. Like, that's what kind of people I'm around. Like if I'm having a bad day or whatever, for whatever reason, Terry will text me. Kid you not. And he doesn't even know this. Terry will text me, even though he's just thinking about me. And instantly I'm like, well, okay, I've got one person that I've made it, my guy that I've made a difference in. How many others? And you find purpose in pain. I have found joy on the other side of pain. And so when I got hurt, joy was stripped. Like, I still laugh at jokes and things like that, but joy in life had been stripped away. I didn't find joy in anything. I mean, anything. Until I found my purpose. And I've been lucky enough that I've been surrounded by people who love me, man. Like, through even all my bullshit, they still love me. And I have never felt alone, like, ever. I felt selfish, especially in that moment. Like, what a travesty if I'd have taken my life, and we weren't having this conversation. And I didn't have the ability to speak to hundreds of thousands of people and give them a different perspective. Or, you can find purpose through pain. Like, if you're going through pain right now, and whatever it is, maybe that's your purpose, man. Maybe you can figure out, okay, this is how I dealt with my pain, and now it's giving me purpose to help others through their pain. And that's me. That's me. So whatever anybody's going through, you guys are doing a podcast, for hell's sakes. Look how many lives you touch through your podcast. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people. It's pretty I almost dropped the F-bomb right there. That's how passionate I am about it. Like, your guys' purpose, hell yeah, let's go. You're changing lives. Like, and I just align with people who are in my same lane, and y'all are in my same lane. And I am honored to be here and call you guys friends. So how do you get through that? If you're utterly alone, first you roll over. And if that's all you can do today, then just roll over. Get to the other side. And then you sit up. And then get outside and get some sun on your face. Stop making it about you. Like, stop making your bullshit about you. Because now you're tunneled alone, thinking about your bullshit and feeling more and more alone. Go talk to your neighbor. Go see what your neighbor's going through. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We got all the holidays coming up. There's so many people struggling, and they get their pride get in the way. But talk to somebody. It's not about you. It's not about even me. It's about this podcast. It's about being present. That's how I get over my bullshit. And very quickly, I can say, okay, you're in self-pity. What the hell? Is this serving you? It's not serving you. So go out and find out what other people are going through. Just talk to them. And you'll feel so much better. Swear to God, you will feel better instantly. The other thing I do is 3 things I'm grateful for. So if I'm in my bullshit and I don't like it when I'm in my bullshit, and my wife will look right at me and says, what are 3 things you're grateful for? And instantly. So I'm obviously grateful for my wife, but I'm grateful for air in my lungs. I'm grateful that I can hug my kids, my granddaughter. And I mean, I can go on and on and on. But gratitude and resentment are what they cannot reside in the same place. So if you're bitter, angry, upset, whatever, well, then what are you grateful for? And that will literally, try it right now. Anybody listening? If you're in a pissed off, bad mood, and I know that's a hard one to get out of, 3 things you're grateful for and give your energy to it. I'm grateful for my wife. Oh my God, I've had the same girlfriend since I was 15 years old. She's the mother of my children. She takes care of me through paralysis. Feel it. I'm grateful for the air in my lungs. I know so many people who are on ventilators. And they're going to be on ventilators the rest of their life. I'm grateful that I'm grateful for the sun. I mean, and feel it. So 3 things you're grateful for, it's going to pull you out of your bullshit. You might go right back into your bullshit, but you got to practice that and live in gratitude.
Growing up, were you always what appears to be a diehard optimist, or are you now a diehard optimist?
I am now a diehard optimist. But growing up, and we haven't talked about this, growing up was rough. It was hard. My parents got divorced when I was 10 years old. And then my dad had so many wives. Truly, I never met them all. My mom, in and out of marriages. I was a very angry, bitter kid growing up, like an angry kid. And so I got into wrestling because then I can inflict pain on somebody else and it'd be okay. And I wouldn't get in trouble for fighting. I was that kid. And then wrestling taught me so much about myself because I had a great coach, great mentor. And it kind of taught me that I can do hard things. Like I can do really freaking hard things. Wrestling's hard, especially cutting weight, and then getting your ass beat by whoever. There's no one to blame in wrestling. So that taught me a lot about myself. My parents' divorces taught me a lot. And there were times in high school where I didn't have a place to go. I went to bed hungry. I remember spending a couple nights in a hot tub in the wintertime. They had the covers on it, and it just, my parents taught me how to be a parent, what not to do. A lot of that. I mean, I love my parents, but they didn't show up, man. Like they didn't show up. And so I always show up because I never want my kids to feel what that's like. And I don't want my kids going to bed hungry or my kids not knowing where to go, like I learned a lot growing up. So I don't know that it's positive, but I was in survival mode a lot growing up. And it taught me how to be tough. It taught me how to survive. I mean, yeah. But after the accident, when the roughest thing was asking for help, like for everything, to get showered. That's hard. That's hard for me. That was hard for me. Especially, yeah, not being a man anymore. And I'm more of a man today than I've ever been. But back then, yeah, not being able to do anything, like sitting up was like exhausting. I just had people that didn't give up on me. And I did have one friend, his name's Larry Sorton. He's my neighbor actually, that came over one day, and I was in my shit. I was in my pity party. Life isn't fair, da 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 da. And he came into my room and he's like, Matt, I get it. I get it. I don't know what paralysis is, but I get it. I'm going to give you the rest of today. But tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., I'll be up here. We're going to get showered. We're going to get ready for the day so that when these people show up, you don't have the excuse, oh, I'm not ready, da da da. So, and he came up every morning, and I knew I had to get up and get ready. That's what people I'm surrounded with. Like, not people who, hey, what do you need? That's important too. But I more than, hey, what do you need, or a text, I'm thinking about you. That goes a lot further than what do you need, because that opens the doors for a conversation. Yeah, but my people, they know me well enough that they're like, look, this isn't you. Let's go. We're not doing this bullshit. Like, we're not doing it. And they come and they show up. They literally just show up. Another one is Steve Showalter. I mean, I could go on and on and on about people who just show up. That's what I've got in my life.
Let me ask you well, first of all, if the audience, the listening and viewing audience is curious about what happened to Matt, there is a prior podcast that we did that goes into detail, and I strongly urge anyone out there to listen to it, because boy, I'll tell you, he had me in tears, especially when you were rolling down the hallway and you heard your kids talk about you without them knowing that you were right around the corner. That busted me up. And I will tell you, I tell your story to every patient that comes in bitching and moaning about their sprain or strain or low back shit that they come in with, because as a doctor, Terry and I, we got to inspire our patients, and so many doctors lose empathy. And that is, when it comes to your care, when that rehab of the body is over on paper, those demands in your body and your mind, more importantly, are so important to continue on. And you obviously seem to have mastered it. Do you think that there is a generation that blames their parents for their failures? So I love that you said what you said about your parents, but how that fed who you are today. How do you agree that you were set up
100%.
for what life is like now?
Oh yeah. And there is no one to blame. Like, if you just look in the mirror, like if you're gonna try to blame like mustard on your shirt, you got mustard on your shirt, you're looking in the mirror and you're trying to get it off of your shirt, but like cleaning the mirror. I mean, come on now, that's your parents. You're trying to clean the mirror. The mirror's your parents. You gotta clean your own damn shirt, bro. Like you gotta work on you, man. You gotta work on you. Like you're gonna allow somebody else to have control over your existence, like power over everything. So here it is, kids. If you're gonna blame your parents for your bullshit, well then when you're successful and all the other things, you better blame them for that shit too, for all the hard shit you went through. So I mean, there it is right there. I'm in control of me. I'm in control of my outcomes. If I don't like my outcome, then I better tweak one. Don't scrap the whole project, but I tweak one variable, I go again, and I'll fail. And I call it failing forward. We talked about it on the last, and I'll tweak one more variable, go again, tweak one more variable until I get my desired outcome. So I think the one thing that I do have that a lot of people don't is I am relentless, man. I am relentless. And because I'm relentless, I know I'm unstoppable. So look, here's my I ams again. And because I'm unstoppable, I am powerful beyond measure. And because I'm powerful, you know what I'm saying? It just builds and builds. But this is who I am. I haven't always been this guy. I was broken, shattered into a billion pieces, man. A billion. And yeah, I didn't want to do paralysis. I didn't think I could do paralysis. So that's when I threw myself into drugs. And I, because you're 365, you're dealing with paralysis 24/7. And when you wear other people out, like the novelty wears off, then it's just you with your bullshit. So I would take meds to get a break from paralysis. And no one likes being paralyzed. Like, there's not a person on this planet that's like, hey, you're paralyzed. And so those breaks just got longer and longer and longer with more oxys and more meds until it became a very big problem. So, but then again, the people I surrounded myself with, my family, my friends, my close friends, they're like, nah, we're getting off this shit. And I did that twice. Oh, yeah, you guys got to go listen to the first episode. It's something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't lose, bro. Like my mindset, I was such a powerful mindset that I built. And if you guys, let's just say, my mindset's this now. If you guys were to point out an ish me, not an issue, but an ish me, and I'm like, and it stings, I loved you too enough to know that, okay, I need to look at that pain. This is not, I can't get mad at y'all. You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is pointing out my blind spot so that I can fix my damn blind spot. Or I can get mad at you guys. You guys are, why would you say something like that? You know what I mean? So I get to look at my ishmees by my friends pointing out my blind spots so that it's no longer an issue. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody says something to you and it stings, that's an issue. And you need to look at it, and you need to and get through it, man. Get over it, get under it, around it. I don't care what you do. Get over it, get on with it.
Matt, you have so many like colloquialisms, so many like sayings that I think are so, I've never even heard them, and I think they're fantastic. I believe they're fantastic, absolutely. And I hear the mantra of issue, ish me. That is great. That's one of them. Let me ask you though, when the emotional proverbial shit is hitting the fan, I want to know one other ingredient of how you mentally change. Do you think about, are you inspired by somebody who's doing something great, or are you motivated or moved by someone who's worse off than you?
That's a great question.
And while you're thinking of the answer, I'll give the audience an example. To tap into how one gets motivated, do you want, if you're not at the body weight that you want, do you put a picture of a fat person on the refrigerator door, or a picture of someone with all the right curves and in a bikini on the refrigerator to keep you from eating?
Okay, I love it. I would go back to the I ams. So if you're overweight, which I was, by the way, like I was 230 pounds in a wheelchair, 230. And my legs are, I mean, they're teeny. So figure how heavy I was. So I am, that's where I am healthy. I am whole. So when I tell myself this every morning, every night, and during the day, at first, I'm not going to go mess up a Big Mac, large fry, and a Coke because I'm healthy and I'm whole, right? And from my I ams. So I worry about this, truly. I worry that other people will compare themselves to me, or other people in chairs to me, or, hey, you need to be like this guy or whatever. And that's, if you try to be like me, you'll fail. That's just the truth. if I try to be like Terry, I'm going to fail. If Terry tries to be like me, he's going to fail. So I am the best version of myself today. Like I don't hold up pictures of anybody I want to be, or vehicles or houses or anything like that I will have. Everything's in my mind. Everything is in my mind. Everything starts with a thought. Like this phone that I'm on right now. In 93, when I graduated, that if you were to tell me no buttons, it's just a solid glass thing, you can talk right into it to anybody on the planet. What? That's impossible. That's impossible, man. So if you got an impossible goal, and let's just go back to the weight, and you're heavier than you've ever been in your life, and you think it's impossible, awesome. You're onto something. You're onto an impossible thing. I do impossible things, man. And I start with, because I am. So I would start telling yourself, I am in the best shape of my life. And if you continue to tell yourself that, you can't go to the refrigerator and eat shit. You can't. Because you just told yourself, I am in the best shape of my life. I am in the best shape of my life. I am in the best. And you tell yourself thousands of times a day, guess what? You're going to stop eating shit. You're going to. Your subconscious is going to say, wait a minute, time out. If I'm in the best shape of my life, then I can't have the fries. I can't have the Coke. I need water. I need whatever to put into this vessel. So yeah, if you're at your rock bottom, such an amazing place to be. It sucks to be there, and it's amazing. Start with your I ams. So it's the most powerful thing you can say on the planet, for real. I am, and then whatever comes next, and you'll believe it. So I am powerful. I can tell you lots of I ams. So for you too, I would start saying your I ams as well. Like I am the most powerful podcaster on the planet. Because of my podcast, I reach hundreds of million people. I am the light in the dark place. Because you guys are. So I would challenge y'all to do your IMs as well. And I would love for you to share your IMs with me. I will share my IMs with you. And by doing that, and I'll share my worthy goal with y'all too. And by doing that, that just keeps me more accountable. Because now Spence and Terry know what my worthy goal is. They know my I am statements. And what if they call me out on it? Not out of fear, but I better be on point. I better not be bullshitting people. Better not be a fraud. The most powerful emotion on the planet, the most powerful emotion on the planet is authenticity. More power than love, and people try to be other people, or try to, like, if Terry tries being, he's going to fail. If I try to be Terry, I'm going to fail. My goal is to be the best Matt Blanchard that I can be today, because I'm already perfect. I'm perfect in my failures. I'm perfect in my successes. I'm perfect, man. So if I try to be anyone other than me, I will fail. So authenticity, be the goofy, like Terry's goofy. Let's just say, let's call it like it is. And I'm drawn to him because of your authenticity, bro. You're not a fake. It's a real thing. Like in his text message, like what you guys hear with Terry, that's who that guy is, man. He's a stud. He's weird. He's funny. He's goofy. He says inappropriate things. Like, that's Terry, man. And I'm drawn to his authenticity. I am. So be you. Just everybody be you. Be the goofy, weird, strange, funny, whatever and let your energy, your authenticity draw your people to you. And I'll tell you what, instead of if I try to be Terry, I'm going to draw Terry's people to me. And I might not align with Terry's people or Spencer's people. But if I just be me, I'm surrounded by people who dig me, man. They dig me. So be you. Just be the authentic you. Everybody else is already taken. Just be you.
It takes too much work to try and fake it.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, there's a point where I understand you've been to, over the years, different healthcare providers that they still get it wrong about long-term physical realities of paralysis, and especially the mental load that it bears on you. What
Yeah.
what what can you say about those healthcare providers? Now I'm taking this conversation out of you and into people that should be inspiring you and helping you heal, and it always starts from the neck up. So
Yeah.
what do they misunderstand about mental load? And if you can give some examples of people that are rock stars in the healthcare world in your life.
Well, let's just start with Jeff Magnhausen, right? And I butchered that, but I had dinner with him 2 nights ago.
Wow.
And he's changing healthcare. That guy is a unique individual that is a Navy SEAL who is relentless, who is powerful. I mean, we talked about IAMs with him as well, and that guy is on point. Yeah. So Jeff, thank you. And the best experience I've ever had in healthcare was at Montrose Hospital.
Why? What? Give me some juice, man.
There you go.
The difference?
Hey, so all you physicians listening, all you guys, Jeff treated a human, not a patient. They treat a human. So instead of coming in and following protocol of what a patient needs in this situation, they come in and hey, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite sport? And they start asking these questions because they're treating a human now, and they mix in all the medical questions as well. But then now when they come in, oh yeah, my son loves the Chicago Bears. Yeah, 85 Bears. That's Matt Blanchard. Walter Payton, best. And now you're treating a patient. I'm sorry, a human, not a patient. And Jeff gets it. Dr. Stephen Clark here in Intermountain Healthcare, he is going to change. You mark my words. And we need to have him on your podcast, but he will change healthcare over the nation. So he's in charge of Intermountain's preventative care. So rather than being reactive, being proactive. And he's been my physician since day one. And I believe I was his first spinal cord injury. And in the beginning, I would not understanding healthcare. Think of me coming in, you're my physician and I'm your patient. I'm newly injured as a spinal cord injury. And I would go into his office and he would listen for over an hour. I had no idea that I was backing up a week of patients for him because he always made me feel like and he does this still to this day. If you're in front of Dr. Stephen Clark, you are the most important thing in his life at that moment. That's the way all of his patients speak of him, that they feel like they're the most important and his best friend. Like, I'll call in for an appointment. No, I'm his best friend. I'm his best patient. Yeah, we get that with all of our patients, right? He's that guy. He just really is. So,
hey, Matt, I want to interrupt for a second because you're saying something that I adapted a year and a half ago, and I would like to get the word out. I stopped seeing patients almost 2 years ago, and patients would people call up and go, "Are you taking new patients?" I go, "No," and I started calling my patients my village, and I will add people to my village. But I stopped referring them as patients. I don't call them patients. I call them my village. I invite people to my village. And I'm trying to change the whole how a doctor view the people walking the door. And what you're saying, as a patient you're saying that resonate with you too. So I hope doctors out there stop looking at people as patients and refer them as patients, but refer them as human beings or part of their village.
100%. And kudos to you, bro, because a patient has a problem. I mean, a patient is there, something, but a human, like a person is navigating something with. Now you've created this community, this village where I can go talk to my other members of this community and this village, not my other patients or something. It's just, yeah. So that's the number one thing. Number two, and it goes hand in hand, is like the CNAs, the nurses, everybody. they've done this a billion times. Like, think about how long you guys have been practicing. You have adjusted, you've done a billion times. But that person, that human, not the patient, they're going through that for the first time ever. Like when I had, when I was 30, newly hurt and had an accident as a 30-year-old man, that is demoralizing. That is so shameful. That is unacceptable. And then the CNAs or the nurse will come in and they clean you up, and they do it so nonchalantly, you know, and they're just carrying on with their conversation of what, at least this is what happened with me, you know, of going to the club over that weekend. And it was two really cute CNAs, man, rolling me over and cleaning up my whole back because I had shit everywhere. Let's just be honest. And they've done that a million times. They've probably done it a million times since, but that was my first time. That was my first time. So I would counsel reverence, especially in something like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're a part of, especially in an acute rehab, you are a part of everybody's firsts again. Like the first time getting dressed by yourself, the first time going to the bathroom by yourself, all these firsts, and you create this bond because it's so intimate with CNAs and the whole team. So I would just say, look, be reverent, and you're treating a human, not a freaking patient, not a patient. So,
all right, we are going to shift into something way cool: adaptive golf.
I love adaptive golf.
How in the hell are you playing golf?
So the way it all happened is I was just traveling down the road. I was a golfer before I got hurt. In fact, we were on a golf trip. It was my boys' bachelor party, and literally me and all of my friends, 30 of us, went down to Mesquite. And anyway, good golfer, great golfer. Then I got in my accident. Didn't think I'd ever golf again, man. And I didn't golf for 15 years. Yeah, and then I'm driving down the road, and I just see this guy in this weird machine out on a golf course just from the highway. And so I go get in the parking lot, and I just wheeled out, dude. I mobbed out to this guy, and we talked, and he was so cool. He was from Canada. And he's like, look, I'll be done with my round in a minute. You're welcome to take this. I'm like, are you kidding me? So he gave me some lessons in it. This is how it works. And I'm hooked. Like, I'm hooked. So these machines are called verticats, and they'll take you to a stand. They mob as fast as a golf cart does. Everywhere I go, people want to know, what the hell is that? What's going on? And it's just opened more doors for people to come and talk to me. And then I can provide our foundation can provide this verticat to anybody that has any type of deficit, like a cerebral palsy, MS, fibromyalgia. Like, you don't have to be paralyzed or an amputee or anything like that to golf again if you never thought you would ever golf. And there's not money on the planet that would replace when you've got grandpa in the verticat, grandma's crying, the son's crying, everybody's crying because me and grandpa are freaking golfing. Then they never thought they would ever do that again. That's what I get to experience daily. Like, I get people's firsts and tears, joy daily, man. Like, daily. That's another reason why I can't lose. But that's not focused on Matt Blanchard. That's focused on other people. And if you can do that, I swear to God, your life will be amazing.
What does it look like?
And to see people what
does this look like?
You haven't seen him do this thing?
Oh, bro.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
it's
send you
so...
videos. If you're listening right now, please go to my social media, Matty Blanch 3 on IG, or even on TikTok, just Matt Blanchard. You'll see me golfing in this verticat. You'll see me riding mountain bikes. So we had a bilateral amputee of the arms. She never thought she would ever mountain bike ever again. We got her a bowhead, bro. So a bowhead is an adaptive mountain bike, and it's electric. So it will go on its own 35 miles an hour. This thing cooks. And girlfriend is in this, and the way she steered was with her hips, you know? So you go this way to go that way, and you go this way, kind of like skiing. Yeah. And to see her husband and her kids just be like, what? Mom is riding a bike again? And then they go for a bike ride together. Are you kidding me right now? How can I lose? You can't lose with that stuff, man. From water sports, getting people out surfing again that thought they would never, ever surf it. Just showing people life is not over. You'll do anything you ever wanted to do. Might be a little different. A lot of time it's better. Get a hold of me, man. I'm not kidding. Get a hold of me. And if you'd like to donate to the foundation, you help, you save lives, man. Yeah, get her done. So that's how I golf. But I golf, I ski, I surf, I cliff jump, you name it, I do it. I do it. And I just wanted everybody on the planet to have the same opportunity that I do. And that's what our nonprofit provides, is that opportunity.
Very, very cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. So if every healthy, fully mobile athlete had to live one single day in your body, what perspective do you think they finally understand about training, gratitude, and physical mastery?
So on Avatar, when Sully gets into the Avatar and he gets out and he just runs and he runs and runs and runs, and then he kind of slides and he takes his toes and he's in the dirt like this. If any athlete were to get in this vessel, I wouldn't even ask him to do it for a day. I wouldn't ask him to do it for an hour. I wouldn't ask anybody to do it. I wouldn't. Yeah, my body's so broken and my spirit is so whole. It's hard to explain, man. It's hard to explain. But if you were to get in my body, the first thing you'd be like, holy shit, this hurts. Because I look forward to pain. Because I can feel the pain, you know, and like narcotics or whatever, it masks the pain. But now I can feel the pain. And even though it's painful, I can feel it, man. I can freaking feel it. So that's the first thing. They'd go nuts. You'd go nuts. You'd go crazy. You would not know that. No athlete would know what to do. I don't care who they are. If you got into a paralyzed person's body, you'd be so confused, disoriented. I don't care. Michael Jordan, I do not care who it is. Like, they would want out immediately. Like, no offense to anybody able-bodied, and I would never wish it on anybody. You can't do this. No. Unless it's forced upon you. Like anybody, Michael Jordan comes in my door, and I get a trade with Michael Jordan, and we put a timer on it. Because he knows there's an end to it, and I know I got to go back to that thing. Yeah, there's no way. It sucks. It's the worst, most wonderful thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I hate paralysis. Like, and I never use that word. I hate paralysis. And it has given me purpose. It's given me everything I need and more. Opened many doors. But anybody else would try to do this just to do it? Hell no. Not happening. Not happening. And let's just get real quick. Oh, I don't even have one. Oh, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. It's right here. Yeah. So I go to the bathroom with this thing. So this is a catheter, a straight cath. And I have to put that in my urethra and all the way up to my bladder. No, you're not signing up for this. It sucks. It's horrible. And it's the most wonderful thing ever, man. I know it doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. And I've been given what I've been given, and it's a blessing. And it's a cliche, but true. You're given lemons. Make lemonade, damn it. Just freaking make lemonade. People like lemonade. People be drawn to your lemonade. Come on, let's go. Let's get over it and get on with it. If you're paralyzed right now, so what? Like, truly, so what? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You got it, and you got in a car accident, got an amputation. So what? What are you going to do about it? You've got a child that has autism. So what? What are you going to do about it? You're going to plug them into Southern Utah Adaptive Sports with other kids that are autistic so that we can go out and ride horses. Are you shitting me right now? You're not alone. Let's freaking go. Like, that's just me, man. Like, I just want to change the world. You know, I have a very small goal to change the world.
Well, I think you're doing it. And it's kind of funny that when I'm listening to you and I asked you that question about the body, you know, because what's drawn to me to you is your mind and your enthusiasm, which is not your body. It's your consciousness, which is out in the air, and there's all that kind of stuff. That's what's drawn to me to you. And I always think of Stephen Hawkins. Here's a body just sat there, it didn't even move, and yet look how many people were drawn to his mind, his thought process, and his body was but and then we look at social media and people are so drawn to what's really not important, these bodies, when in reality it's the heart and the spirit. You know, looking at that golf, when I saw that you play golf and you're pardon my French, but you're fucking hitting it better than I do. And I'm like, good God, you know, the guy's in the chair and he still crushes it. And I hate this game. And what since you're kind of in with your, and I hope people do donate to your cause, but since you're in that world and you surf and you do all your stuff, looking ahead, where do you see in the next 10 to 20 years, where you see this innovation going, both medical, biomechanical, cultural, that you think that will completely transform the adaptive lifestyle?
Oh yeah. It's going to give hope to a hopeless situation. It already does. So in 20 years, Southern Utah Adaptive Sports will be nationwide. It will be the largest adaptive nonprofit on the planet. St. George will be the Mecca for that. Black Desert, who already hosts the PGA Tour and the LPGA Tour, will host the Adaptive Tour, the U.S. Open Adaptive Tour. And I'm telling you, we will have, like the Red Bull Rampage, that we'll have an adaptive part of the Red Bull Rampage. We're going to infect millions of lives. Mm. And in 20 years, let's hypothetically say in 20 years, this vessel is gone. Okay. Not me, but this vessel is done doing its thing. Well, Southern Utah Adaptive Sports I'll live forever, you guys. I will be helping people long after this vessel's gone. Like, I will live forever. I will change lives forever. So that's my selfishness in it, is that I will live forever. I will change lives forever through our nonprofit. So that in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 150 years, we'll still be helping people golf for the first time ever, man. And all over the nation, they will know, okay, look, we've got like-minded individuals. You're going to be discharged today. Here you go. We're plugging you into this community, this village, and boom, let's go. You know, because now you can come talk to me, and I'll go back to the days of acute rehab, which you're lost. You don't know. You're broken. You don't know anything, and you're scared of everything. And you have people that will help you navigate paralysis. You don't have to do it on your own. You've got accountability partners that show up every day. Hey, and so that the day that you want to get in the shower and not want to do it anymore, you've got Matt Blanchard, who doesn't wait for, you're not sending a text, hey, Matt, I'm going to get in the shower today because da-da-da-da. He actually shows up. Yo, did you do your IMs this morning? What's changed in your life? How? Yeah, that changes shit immediately. So yeah, that's where we're at in 20, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, whatever it is. We're part of the PGA Tour. We're part of Red Bull Rampage. We're whatever it is. We will be the largest adaptive nonprofit on the planet.
Love it.
Terry, we're going into rapid fire questions. Do we have time?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, you remember rapid fire questions.
Yes, sir.
These are 5 questions. Answer them brief. But I'll tell you, it's all about you, baby. Ready?
All right, let's go.
All right. I understand you have some wheelchair dance moves. What song guarantees you to rock and roll in that chair? And what does that groove sound like in your headspace right now?
Gosh. Turn down for what? For sure. You know what I'm saying? If you've never heard, turn down for what? See, I can't even. I just can't. That's it. I just can't. And so there's that one. And then Neon Star by Morgan Wallen. Like me and my kids. Like you've probably seen the socials. Yeah, those 2 songs come on, I'm dancing.
Terry, you got me listening to Burn It Down every morning now before the gym. I love it. All right.
Love it.
So, all right. Matt, on the course, what single gear tweak to that thing you call a verticat that you set up? What unlocked the biggest gain for you this year and why?
Well, here it is. When I got hurt anyway, I get to golf with my wife. But here's the thing. She hits the ball further. Swear. She hits the ball further than me. And it bugs me to no end. Like to no end. And she knows. And she's that quiet one, she's, oh, that's a pretty good shot, huh? Yeah, like you're 30 yards past my ball. And don't worry, I get to hit twice before you get hit, babe, But it's given me the time and the ability to golf with my boys, golf with my wife. And the thing that unlocked it all, bro, for real, is when it takes me to a stand and I can drive right on the greens, I'm at the same height as my boys. Oh. And I'm putting as almost like an able-bodied person. And especially the firsts for my family, my boys, like, wow, Dad, you're tall. You are tall. I'm 6'2", I'm tall. My oldest boy is taller than me by an inch. My youngest boy, I'm taller than him by 2. But to have my arms around them, and
that's cool.
That's a game changer. That's a game changer. To be at the same height, just putting. That verticat has changed my life.
Question number 3. Let's talk about your accessibility vehicle. The different modifications. What's one feature you'd never give up?
Ooh. One feature that I would never give up on my accessible vehicle. Man. Obviously, I'd have to keep the hand controls no matter what, right? Because the feet aren't going to work. But I would change the hand controls to be on like the steering wheel or something. So I like to go fast. I do. I like to mob. I like to go fast. But if I could have both hands on the steering wheel, right now my modification is on the right hand side, so I got brake and gas at the same time with the left and just steer with the left. If I could have both on the steering wheel, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That's the one thing is my hand controls. Gotta have them.
Question number 4. You ready, Matt?
Yep. Hold on, let me sit down. Yeah. Okay, hit me.
This will resonate real clear for you since you're a motivational speaker. If you were an adjunct professor teaching Life After Impact 101, what's the one assignment you'd give a healthy, fully mobile student that would guarantee they leave the semester changed forever?
Ooh, stay present. Anxiety is worrying about the test to come or whatever you've got in the future. You're going to cause anxiety. Don't worry about the past. It happened. That's where depression is. So leave the past where the past, learn from it, get over it, get on with it, but stay present. And we practice the 7 P's at my house. So the 7 P's are this: proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And my kids, if they did not perform well, or myself, if I didn't perform well at whatever, that's because I didn't properly plan. I didn't prepare. So the 7 P's in my house: proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And if you perform poorly, that's on you. That's an you, not an me.
Love it. Terry, we really gotta list all these cool things that he
Right.
said in our show notes. But all right, last but never least, what's one belief you held 5 years ago that you now realize was completely wrong, not about adversity, but about people, relationships, or the way you show up in the world?
That it's not about you. That's the biggest one, man. I used to think that everybody was there for me. Everybody's in my therapies, in my life, whatever. And then the novelty wears off and everybody has to go back to life. Absolutely. I mean, they have to go back to doing their thing, and you realize, holy shit, I'm stuck here with paralysis. And my friends are golfing again and they're doing their thing. That if you can get out of your own head and realize, okay, how can I help somebody else today in any way, shape, or form, that will unlock things. So the number one thing that I have learned, the number one thing is it's not about me. It's about us. And if we can figure out how to help us, our village, our community, then we're on to something. But if you're internal and you're nugget and you think it's all about you and life is happening to you instead of life is happening for you, so get out of that mindset. Life is not happening to you. Life happens to victims. And I know there are people going through some hellacious shit. They're saying, well, you didn't just lose a son. You didn't lose it, and that would be something. And I'm not discounting that at all. But life is happening for you, not to you. So if you can flip those 2 words, for you and to you, and then instead of one day, day one. Today is day one. I'm not going to start one day. I'm starting today, day one, instead of one day. Flip those 2 and shit. Watch what happens, man. So
outrageous, man. Wow.
All right.
What a fantastic learning experience.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for your energy. And I will tell you when I'm coming up there. I'm coming up in a couple of weekends, and we'll hit for lunch.
Let's do at least lunch, bro. And then I will go beat your ass for 9. Let's go.
All right, we'll do that. All right, we got to get ready for number 2. So, all right, bro, you have a beautiful day.
You guys too. Thank you for the opportunity. You guys are amazing. Keep changing lives.
Yeah, bud. Take care.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Crackin Backs podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Crackin Backs Podcast. Catch new episodes every Monday. See you next time.